Welcome back. We continue to follow the stabbing incident at Luther High School. Parents rushed back to the school this morning, frantically looking for the children they had just dropped off for their first day of class. News 9's Chris Gilmore was on the ground talking to parents and students choosing to leave for the day. Chris, what do we know this morning?
Well, it was a very emotional morning, Grant. Upon working on scene, the first thing I encountered was an eyewitness who says the victim in this case was her best friend. She says that she was sitting right next to that 14-year-old victim when the stabbing occurred and even showed me the blood spatter on the back of her jeans. Now, we know that other students soon began frantically dialing parents to check them out of school while Luther High School went on lockdown. Immediately after all this, we spoke with a handful of them who described the tense moments in the auditorium leading up to the crime scene.
Very scary. I was only probably about 25, 30 feet from him. I could hear the thud of it. You could see the blood. We all got evacuated and put into lockdown. Then you just see the cops rolling in and EMS meta-flighted out of here. It's very intense.
On top of all that, I think we mentioned earlier that school is scheduled for now to go on as scheduled tomorrow. The parents we did speak to here in the parking lot say they aren't concerned for their students' safety. We'll be on top of this story as it develops. Reporting live on the scene on the story from Luther High School, Chris Gilmore, News 9.
Parents, they rushed back to school this morning, frantically looking for their children that they had just dropped off for the first day of class.
Our News 9's Chris Gilmore was on the ground talking to parents about how they found out.
In the moments immediately after the stabbing, Luther High School here was placed on lockdown, but soon after on the ground here, we did see a small trickle of parents coming to pick up their children. A lot of details they got from frantic phone calls from students and family. Parents were allowed to check their kids out of school.
I get a call from my old lady, and she says, hey, there's a stabbing in Luther School. So I get a call after that from him saying, Dad, please come pick me up. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, some girl got stabbed and the kid tried to cut her throat.
At last check, our 14-year-old victim was stable when she was med-flighted to OU Med. We are still awaiting a condition report. Reporting on the scene on the story from Luther High School, Chris Gilmore, News 9.